Your Excellency, Governor, come wait. Should they that side all of you? And the presiding judge, that side all of you. Because of the camera. Yes, have the governor next to the DCJ first. Let's have the governor first.
So we do this for us? Have you placed it katikati?
Mheshimiwa Konchela.
It's a small world.
He is the best there is, I'm telling you.
Ukiwa kijana mdogo.
Akiwa kwa mtoto.
That's nice.
The Acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, of the Judiciary, honorable members of Parliament present, key members present, both users members, all protocol staff, ladies and gentlemen. I take this great opportunity to welcome you all to Kilgoris Rockfords. Today is a great day. The people of Transmara have the right to access justice and also an information and all others. So today I'm witnessing that very few we have made some success in our life. I have looked at the judiciary particular.
They are going to come to Kilgoris and they are going to be heard. And this is a great achievement for us. The poor, the people who have cases, who are not able to travel all the way, with these courts, now their problems are solved. So we are very, very grateful. This will enter the Narok County calendar as one of the great milestones of our time, that today, from today, our people can be able to access justice just here in Kilgoris. Thank you so much. Now, secondly, I don't want to belabor this point where a lot of my colleagues have already spoken about early marriages, about FGM, and about pregnancies. We have already spoken about it. But for your information, it was just reported the other day that Narok itself, in terms of early pregnancies, 40% of early pregnancies are found in this county. And this is why we really want to request you to take it special in terms of giving us more judicial officers so that these matters are able to be addressed. I want to say, actually, we are in a crisis as a county in terms of early pregnancies. You have just heard from the Member of Parliament of this area that one school only, Kilgoris girls, 39 girls. Where we started in Suswa, more than 20 or 30. Kule, every other school. Girls are not going back to school because of early pregnancies. In fact, I want to take this opportunity to challenge our members of parliament to go and make some legislation, because it appears so far maybe the punishment which is meted against some of these guys is not enough. Because why else are we saying numbers going up? Why are they increasing? It means the punishment is not severe. I want to ask our MPs, please do something about it. All of you live in this society. You know what is happening. We must bring this problem to an end. In fact, somebody was saying the other day that this problem of early pregnancies in our society today, in this county, is causing more problems than COVID-19. That is the extent to which we are. And we know that you have the power, you have the authority to help us ensure that severe punishment are meted on this guy so that these problems come to an end. We have already requested you that we have a new sub-county district called Transmara South. As a county government, we have already set aside some land, and we are going to see how we can work together so that you can post a magistrate. I'm sure we can secure some space before a building is put up. I'm going to undertake to secure some space so that a magistrate can report as soon as possible, so that the people of that area are able to get justice. The same thing to Muilu Dikir. Already there is some land. I'm sure working with the Member of Parliament, Mheshimiwa, we can get some land so that we see the magistrate posted there and work start. This is going to help so much our communities. Another thing I want to talk about is I've heard about the good work which the judiciary is doing, and therefore I want to join also my friends to ask the members of parliament, because that is within your power, please give the judiciary more money, give them more funds, because they need to build stations, they need to employ, and it means money. Please give them more money. I think there was that proposal, they were saying 2.5% of the budget. All of you can appreciate the good work which they are doing. If they are funded properly, then we can know that all the complaints we had here of justice delayed, of not having courts and so forth, will be, I think, of the past if they are well funded.
I'm excited about today because of the reason that brings us to Kilgoris today. When Chief Justice Maraga Emeritus and myself came into office in 2016, in the first few days, we sat down and developed an instrument called Sustaining Judiciary Transformation, a transformation that had been started by the previous Chief Justice Mutunga. And we said we were going to not only sustain transformation in the judiciary, we were going to endeavor, and if we failed, it wasn't for lack of trying, to sustain delivery of justice, which is what, if you ask me, the judiciary is about. and move from just delivering justice, but delivering quality justice. Which brings me to today. Now, our being in Kilgoris today is a major reason, by my presence, just that mere presence, and by the actions that we have undertaken this morning, Kilgoris as a high court, and not just one high court, but two high courts. Because we have the high court itself, and then we have the environment and land court. Now, if that is not something to celebrate, I really do not know what then we could celebrate. But that is the first step. Having the courts here is one step. The second step, and which to me is the more important one, is having the right people to serve us here. And those people start from the registry. When I was standing in front of that building there, and I was given those pair of scissors to cut that tape so that we signify that we now have a registry, I said to myself, will this building transform the way we do things? The answer I got from myself was no, it will not. What will transform the way we do things is our attitude to doing those things. And that attitude, my dear judiciary family, comes from us. Now, the registry is the entry point to the judiciary. Okay. Now, if you are sitting in the registry, you have the power to make a litigant cry. And you have the power to make a litigant extremely happy. Today is the day of choosing. I'm speaking to the judiciary family here present and across the courts. Which is the choice you are going to make? Are you going to make our people cry at the registry because they cannot find their file? Because you want to be treated differently, for you to do the work for which you are paid handsomely at the end of the month, to place that file before the judicial officer hearing it? Do you want to be nasty to our clients? Do you want to carry your problems from home and bring them to the registry so that those that you encounter that day, you transfer your problems to those people? Is that why you are working in the registry? In case it is, today is the day that it must stop. Because the only reason that you should be working at the registry is because you're going to facilitate the accessing of justice by these Kenyan people, who, by the way, in case we have forgotten, are the people who pay our salaries. And therefore, it brings me to the point to say this. Please, please, those of us at the registry, do the right thing, because you know the right thing, and there is no opportunity for you and no alternative for doing the wrong thing. And when you are misguided and you do the wrong thing, I want to remind you, because you should already know, that JSC is alive, active and able to deal with you. And they will deal with you, because the information will reach us. It always does. I get a lot of information myself, and I quickly process that information and give it to JSC. Is that a threat? If it is, then it's not intended to be any other thing. If you must work because you are threatened, then please take this threat and do the right thing. Beyond the registry are we, then the judicial officers. Why should we lose control of the courts? Why should we lose control of the courts? And lose that control to the Law Society of Kenya, the advocates? Lose it to litigants? Lose it for reasons other than reasons enhancing access to justice? Why should we? Why would a judicial officer sitting there allow totally unnecessary adjournments, which we can see? I'm talking about judicial officers having control over the courts which God has allowed us to sit over. Why are we allowing totally unnecessary adjournments? See, I have been here for a while now, and I also know that it is not always the lawyers to be blamed. Sometimes, I hope these are the fewer times, it is we, the judicial officers, who don't want to carry home judgments to write. But let me remind you, we came here to write judgments. We came here to make a difference. We came here to resolve disputes. And we are not going to resolve disputes by escaping work, by losing control of the court, by doing that which we know we should not do. If the salary the judiciary pays us is not good enough, please walk away. And if you are chained and you don't know how to break those chains, ask JSC and they'll break the chains for you, because those who work in this institution must be people who will facilitate the access to justice of the people who seek it. I am not going to say anything we have not heard before, but I'll repeat this for emphasis. If you are here and you're not doing the right thing, if you are in the judiciary and you are incapable of doing the right thing, do us a favor, please walk away. There is no shortage of women in the Republic. So leave the girls to be girls. Leave them to learn. Leave girls to make a living for themselves. Let them be children first. Don't make them mothers. They don't even know what it means to be a mother. And I'll repeat, there are enough grown women in this country. Leave girls to be girls. And let us facilitate the quick resolution of disputes, both from the bar and from the judiciary.